everybody, welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas blog hop for the Donna Salazar design team. Today is day 5, and today we're going to be playing with the Spellbinders Grand Caliber large format die cut machine. This is my absolute most favorite die cut machine that I've ever used ever. You can do really large dies, which they have some really amazing dies that are in the large format, or you can do a whole bunch of dies at once. It's absolutely great for doing my paper flowers and leaves and stuff like that. Today we're going to be making this project. It's actually a really fast, simple project, but really fun stuff that you can do with the dies, and we'll be showing you how, or I'll be showing you how to do that. Okay, so we're going to start with the large nested scallop, and I'm going to cut out my chronicle and cardboard at the same time. So this is the image that I want. I'm going to put this face down. Actually, I want to measure it out though. So I do it the cheater way. It's a lot easier than having to measure. So I'm going to just put that down. And then I'm going to put the corrugated board. Now I took off the top layer, and if you pull the side that has the visible ridges on it, that side does pull easier. But I'm going to put this face down on top of the chronicle. And so I've got my base plate on the bottom, my stuff I want to die cut in the middle, and then I have my cutting plate, and it tells you right on here, so it makes it really easy to remember. And you put that on top. Then you're going to just push this right in, and I tend to like stand right up next to it to get it started, especially if I'm doing something as thick as cardboard. And then I just start turning the head off. Okay, if you're going to be cutting something that your work surface is smooth, you can use this little handle in the front to section it to your work surface. Then you're going to go ahead and just place your sandwich in and start turning the handles. Okay. And now I have the corrugated board and the musical memories cut all at once. Lovely. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to cut the smaller scallop, and we're going to cut that out of my Do You See paper, and we're going to use the smaller nested scallop. So we're going to start with the base plate, put the die down, and then we're going to put this down. Now I want the trees down here to show. It's not going to show that much, but I would like to have some of the trees in there. So I'm going to put this face down with the trees in that general area. And then I'm going to put the cutting plate on top. And since this is not corrugated board, it's going to go through easier. I'm not going to worry about sectioning it to the table. It'll go through a lot easier. Okay. And here we go. There's that. Okay, so now I'm going to want to do the other pieces, which will be the trees, and then we'll do the reindeer and the background for the reindeer. Okay, so let's start with the trees. This is one of the reasons why I really like this. I cut my corrugated board, I cut this off of a 13 by 13 piece, and so I have this long strip now. So I can just put the trees on here in that strip that I cut off, and then I'm using everything from that one piece. So base plate, dies, corrugated board, cutting plate on top. I'm going to want to section this to the table again. Oh, I think I'm moving stuff around. I want to make sure it's all, yep, it's in place. Okay. There we go. And here are my trees. And because this is so thick, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there is already an embossed edge because this is already so thick. So I don't have to run it through to get the embossing. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is the background for the reindeer. And what we're going to use is the beaded oval. That's going to be our base. And then I have this little reindeer guy. And this does not go with the beaded oval, but it looks kind of cute inside of there. So I just place that on the inside and get that so that I like the way that it looks. Then I'm going to place, this is from my blank canvas, I'm going to place that right on top. So I've got base plate, dies, paper, cutting plate on top. And again, this isn't thick, so I'm not going to worry about sectioning it to my table. Okay. And there's the die cut. Now what I'm going to do is take the embossing pad and place that right over that. And then the embossing plate, see, it says right there, right over that, and I'm going to put it through again. paper was stuck to it. We'll be die cutting that next. And hopefully you can see this. But it is just absolutely gorgeous, the detail that you can get on that embossed edge. And then you're just going to take a little pokey tool, so my daughter calls them is pokey tools, anything will work, and just, you know, knock out the little holes on these. Okay, just like that. All right, and this is not going to be used on this project, but I think it's a great reindeer, so I'll use that for some Christmas cards that I still haven't made. All right, so now the reindeer's done, but what I want to do is take this guy out now, because I want a background for my little reindeer guy. And I don't need to emboss this again. So I'll set the embossing pad and plate aside. So it's just base plate, die, paper, cutting plate. Okay. And we'll run that through again. Okay, and we are done with the die cutting part. Doesn't that do just a beautiful job? Now this I don't need to emboss because this is going to be the background for my reindeer. So I'm going to just adhere that on there after I get some ink on that.